Hello everyone, it's me Luthfia. So today we are going to learn about evaluating tasks. There are two topics we are going to learn or discuss. The first is criteria of a good task, and the second is creating tasks. Now let's start with the first topic, criteria of a good task. Do you know what is the criteria of a good task? There are three criteria of a good task. Those include validity, reliability, and effect. Do you know what the difference among validity, reliability, and effect? The first is validity. So validity means the test should measure what has been measured. The second is reliability. It means the test should have the same result if the test is conducted in different time or situation. The third is effect. So it means the task form should minimize the tension and stress generated by our English language. So if the teacher wants to conduct a test, he or she should pay attention to the three criteria of a good test: validity, reliability, and effect. Now we will move to the second topic. It is creating tasks. So after conducting a test, the teacher can evaluate their task by following some steps. The first is preparing an item test analysis. So after conducting a test to the students, the teacher should score all of the tests. And after that, after scoring the student task, the teacher should arrange the test in order to form the one with higher score to the one with the lowest. So the first thing that the teacher should do after conducting a test is scoring tests. After scoring the test, the teacher should divide the students who get the highest score and the students who get the lowest score. After that, the teacher must fill this by writing the item of the question. For example, the question number one. So the teacher should write item one and the answer of the number one. For example, the correct answer of number one is B. So the teacher should circle B. After that, the second step that the teacher needs to follow is difficulty level. How to do this step or how to determine difficulty level. So after the teacher write the item text, for example, number one, question number one, and circle the correct answer. For example, the correct answer is B. So the teacher should add up the number of high student with the correct answer. So the teacher should write the students in the higher group, in the highest group, how many students that answered the question number one correctly. For example, as you can see in the picture, there are 5 students in high group who can answer the question number one correctly. So the teacher should write it. Then add up the number of low students with the correct answer. Not only the highest group, the higher group, the teacher also should write how many students in the low group that can answer the question number one correctly. For example, there are 2 students in the group that can answer the question number one correctly, as you can see in the picture. And then the next steps is add the sum found in step 1 and 2 together. Now divide this figure by the total number of test paper in the high and low groups combined. So after that, the teacher should use this formula. High correct plus low correct divided by total number in sample. So as you can see in the screen, the high group that can answer the question number one correctly is 5. So 5 plus 2 divided by 20, the total number in sample. and the result is 35%. Generally, a test question is considered easy if they are more than 90% get it right. An item is considered too difficult if fewer than 30% get it right. So for this example, we got 35%. So we can conclude that the item number one or the question number one is acceptable. The third step is determine discrimination level. Do you know what is discrimination level? So the level of discrimination means how well it differentiates between those with more advanced language skill and those with less skills. There are some steps in determining discrimination level. The first, again, find the number in the top group who got the item right. The second, find the number in the bottom group who got right. So it is similar to the difficulty level. The teacher should do or should fill this pattern. And after that, subtract the number getting right in the low group from the number getting it right in the high group. Divide this figure by the total number of the papers in the high and low groups combined. So this is the formula that the teacher should use in determining the discrimination level. High score minus low correct divided by the total number in sample. So for the example before, we know that the correct answer is B. So subtract the 2% in the low group getting the item right from the 5 in the higher group it right. This leaves 3. Dividing 3 by 20, the number of high plus low, so we get 15%. So for the question number one, the discrimination level is 15%. Generally, it is thought that 10% discrimination or less is not acceptable, while 15% or higher is acceptable. Between 10 and 15% is marginal or questionable. So according to the result of discrimination level for question number one, that is 15%, it can be concluded that the question number one is acceptable discrimination. So that's all about evaluating tasks. If you have any questions or comment, you can drop it in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Goodbye.